1. What's
Welcome
up,
to Sit Back and Overreact, the show where you
everybody?
sit back and we ever just kidding. Oh my god.
Oh my god, you have too much energy right now. This is a
you know
zen
what?
space
You know what?
today.
You know what's happening? I don't even have that much energy. In fact, I barely slept last night, but I'm trying to overcompensate. This is what I'm doing right now.
I'm
can't.
trying to undercompensate. It's a zen space
I'll
today. Let's just make it zen, Julia.
Okay. Welcome
guys.
to Sit Back and Overreact, the show where you sit back and we overreact. This is Sit Back and Have a Chat. This is our chill episode of the month where we just talk about what's going on in our lives and just try and hang out. Yeah. Anything else you want us to talk about before we get into it?
You know, we got a lot to get into. Let's just...
Heather has a lot to get into.
I do have a lot to get into. But, I mean, we normally at this point we would be like, oh, yeah, how's your week? Whatever.
Yeah.
Our weeks... we're going to get into it because it's Sit Back and Have a Chat. It's my
That's
favorite
the
episode.
entire point of the episode.
I don't have to do any research or work. So I'm like,
Yeah.
heck yeah, let's just chill. All
Very
right, so why don't we
exciting.
talk about your first thing, Julia? What's up?
me?
What's
Okay.
going on in your life, bro?
What's going on in
what's
my life?
What's the vibe?
The vibe is I can't sleep. I don't know what's wrong with me. Look, here's the thing. I just haven't been sleeping really well. I've been, for the past like 2 or 3 weeks, I've been very consistently just like having dreams, and not like particular like weird dreams, even like they're not even that memorable. It's just like I'm constantly dreaming every time I go to sleep. So like when I wake up, I don't feel rested. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no,
And
totally.
also my cat keeps waking me up in the middle of the night like a very not nice person. I shouldn't say on the a very bad word I shouldn't say on the podcast, but I don't appreciate it. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's
What? What is he
know.
doing? Like, what is he doing to wake you up?
He just scratches at the carpet.
Oh. He's just like,
It's-
I need attention right now.
That's exactly what it is. Because, like, I don't know why he's doing that again. He used to do it a lot, but, like, I think that was specifically, like, early in the morning when he was hungry for breakfast at, like, 7 a.m., and he would wake me up to feed him at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
So, but now we try to fix that where, like, now we just keep his food bowl in the bedroom, and make sure he has enough food for, like, dinner and breakfast the next mornings, if that makes
okay.
sense.
Yeah.
And I always make sure his water is, like, his water is downstairs. I don't know, because I read somewhere you should keep your cat's food and water separate. I don't know. But, like, I have his water downstairs, and I make sure it's full every night, so that's not the reason. But he just keeps, I don't know what's going on with him. So anyway, I'm just dead inside. I'm just so tired. Especially
No,
today,
I
because
get
I woke up at 8:30 for an appointment.
What time did you go to bed?
Midnight, 12:30. It's not my fault though. My boyfriend and I started a new show. We started BoJack Horseman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have always been interested because everyone says that show is like incredible, and I'm like, it's a horseman. What's so special about the horseman?
It's kind of great. I love it. No, it's honestly,
watch it.
it's honestly really good. I think we're like 6 episodes into like the first season. There's like 6 seasons, but they're also like 30 minutes long, so you can get it through pretty quickly. That's kind of what happened last night. Like we accidentally watched until like midnight because I don't know.
So it's good?
It's very good so far. It's really funny. I was surprised to find it. You know how like most, I guess cartoons in general, but also adult cartoons are pretty much like every episode. Okay, so let me just break down some television trivia for you. This is how the TV industry works. No,
Okay,
I'm pretty
got
sure it's basic knowledge. But like, you know how there are certain shows that like you have to watch in order because I follow a specific storyline. And like you can't just pick an episode and just start watching it. Like that's like a serialized show. And then like there's another term, I don't remember what this term is, but the other type of show is more like one-off shows or very like where every episode is kind of self-contained. Where like you can like
How I Met Your Mother, like
yeah,
SpongeBob
exactly. Like
or-
most sitcoms and yeah, exactly. And cartoons, exactly. I expected BoJack to be like that, but apparently it's somewhere in the middle. It's more serious. I would say it's pretty serialized. Like I not explain it. It is kind of in the middle. Like some stuff you can just like it's a little bit self-contained, but there are so far at least it feels like very serialized where you definitely should be watching it in order. to kind of understand, like, the, does that make sense?
Yes,
I don't know if
totally does.
I don't know if I'm dumbing it down too much. Be like, oh, look at me, I'm a film major and I know things. But anyway, I would just want to bring that up because it was interesting because I haven't seen an adult cartoon that felt as serialized as this does. So
yeah, I mean, I haven't watched,
but also it's just funny. It's just very funny. It's
yeah.
Oh my god, because it takes place in some sort of alternate reality where like humans and like animal people exist, right? But there's so much animal humor. Oh my god, there's so many puns and it's just so clever and funny. Like, oh god, I don't want to. I'll just spoil like one joke, so if that's okay. But like, there's
okay. Yeah.
Like, for example, there's one. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this one instead. This one cracked me the hell up. Okay. But like, it's not even that funny. But it was like you watch BoJack and it's like he's getting drunk. He's spending the night getting super drunk and stuff. And then it cuts to the morning and like it's like a wide shot of his house. And then there's like a rooster and he's doing his morning jog and stuff. And he's just screaming, "Hey, it's the morning!" It's just full of jokes like that. And I'm just eating it up. I love it. It's just full of stuff like that. It's so funny. I highly recommend.
Yeah, that's really funny. I've always been interested in watching because I don't watch a lot of like adult cartoons most of the time because they're like grossly nasty. Like, I've watched most of Rick and Morty. I liked Rick and Morty when I watched it, but like there are some things in that show where I'm just like, okay, come on, like that it's so unnecessary. And I feel like another show that falls into that category is like Big Mouth. I've never watched it. I don't think I ever will, just because I've heard so many. It's just gross out humor is not necessarily my humor. It can be funny, and I'm not like an elitist. Like, I don't like gross jokes, but it's like sometimes it just goes too far. Yeah. Like,
honestly, I don't know if there's much of that. There's definitely sex jokes, and there's definitely like a lot of alcoholism jokes, if I can call them that. BoJack's an alcoholic. Okay, but it's also, I don't know. It's very goofy for sure, but it also like it's very, words are hard. It's a lot of fun. It's like, what's her name? Princess Caroline. One of the cat characters is named Princess something. But then like Mr. Cute. Peanut Butter is like, oh my god, you're gonna love the Golden Retriever character.
I'm watching it.
His name is Mr. Peanut Butter. His name is Mr. Peanut Butter.
I'm gonna throw up. right now. Oh my god. Wait. Okay, can we take a brief? I didn't tell you about this. Can we take a brief like side cut for a second?
Yes, we can do that.
So in the town that I live, there's this I guess like this farmer's market thing, but it's also kind of like a block party every single Friday night. And it's like a thing where you like go into the alley of the town, and then they have like food trucks, and they've got, farmers market type things. They've got people selling like jewelry, handmade jewelry, soaps. You've been there before. I don't want to say the name of it, but like it's like that kind of thing. It's like a farmer's market. So the other night we were there. With masks and everything, we mostly stayed away from other people. Mostly we like to go just to kind of like look around the shops and take the dog for a walk and whatnot. And I swear to God, I about vomited because, like 10 minutes in, we walk up and there's this really, really old golden retriever. If you don't know, I'm obsessed with golden retrievers. I cry every single time I see them. When Julia and I were little, we raised golden retrievers. We had
like puppies,
a golden retriever. Yeah. We had a golden retriever with a recessive gene, so she was a golden retriever, but she was black. So nobody wanted her. That sounds terrible, but it's 100% true.
Yeah, no one believed us when we told her that she was like pure gold. Like, she had two golden retriever parents. Does that make sense? Like, nobody believed us. They're like, she's gotta be a little bit. There's gotta be a little bit of a lab mixed in there. It's like, no.
She was a purebred golden retriever. Like, no joke. And it happens if you look it up. Like, golden retrievers have a recessive gene where every once in a blue moon they will have a black puppy. And that's just it is the way it is, right? But anyway, she was a black retriever, and when we were younger, we bred her with another purebred golden retriever and had a litter of golden retriever puppies. And ever since then, I'm obsessed with golden retrievers. Anyway, so whenever I see a golden retriever, I want to start crying my eyes out because I want one so bad.
Yeah.
So we saw not one, which was the old one, not two, a baby puppy, like a couple months old, but three, also an adult. I saw 3 golden retrievers at the alley a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's amazing.
I swear to God, I lost my mind.
That must have given you enough serotonin for the rest of the semester.
I know. I was like, I'm done. Like, I don't even need to finish my degree. Like, I'm good. Listen, they were so cute. I want to throw up. It was like seeing the life cycle of all of the golden retrievers. And and it's the worst part about it is I'm terrified of petting other people's dogs in public, so I won't touch them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like here, I'm gonna go up and I'm just gonna start petting this dog, and I'm like, you can't just do that. There's a very small chance that any of these dogs are working.
Like service dogs, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, none of them were dressed like service dogs. Maybe that's just me being irrational and having that irrational fear. But, like, I won't pet dogs in public. I saw 3, and I didn't pet a single one of them.
Aw, that's
Anyway, I'm obsessed with golden retrievers, and I will watch BoJack Horseman now because
I love it.
You said that there's a golden retriever in it. I will do that.
Yeah, there's that makes me think about, like, so I think by far the best part about like doing a like delivering food, like freelance, whatever I do with an app that I'm not going to disclose. My favorite part about that is when I go to people's houses and they have little dogs. Most of the time I only run into like people with small dogs, thankfully. Not that I don't like big dogs, but like I don't want to get attacked by a large dog.
No, I get
it's
that.
very unlikely that would happen, but I just get nervous about that kind of thing. Just strangers' dogs in general. But like little dogs are great. Like the other day I had to deliver food to an office and I just hear a little yapping and I did a little jump because I was scared, but then it was a little like little fluffy white dog just comes up and he like paws at my leg like, hello, who are you? Intruder. Oh, what
That's
a little
so cute.
It was so cute. And then I walked away and she kept barking at me. I'm like, no, you can't come home with me. You have to stay here.
No, you idiot. Your home is here.
Oh God. Yeah, it's funny.
Oh man.
Neat.
Right, well, yeah.
I don't know what else.
What are we talking about next?
Do you want to talk about? I know you have a lot. Do you want me to just like go through the few things that I have, and you can get through to your like dumpster fire of a month?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll try and be quick, but I don't have that much, honestly. I mean, yes, school is a lot. We're both in the middle of our semesters. Do you guys have your midterms as well?
Yeah, yes and no. Music midterms are kind of weird because some of like you have like 13 million classes, but only like a third of them have midterms. Like I had a piano midterm, and I have like exams, but I didn't have really like a music theory midterm or like an oral training midterm. They're kind of just sporadic. Like at least my school, they don't base it off midterms. They're just like, we're gonna give you a test whenever the unit is over. But I did have one for piano. I think that's actually the only one I had.
I see,
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have more electives than I had, or like makeup classes, I should say, classes that aren't directly related to my major, but like stuff I need to do before I graduate that I've just procrastinated doing. So I've had more traditional midterms this semester than I have in the past, but yeah, I got through them all pretty okay. I don't think I failed anything, thank God.
That's good.
But I also have this bad habit of like not checking my grades because I'm scared that I accidentally fail everything and I'm just secretly a terrible student who does, even though I turn in all my work and I do a pretty good job.
Listen, I feel that so much. Like, imposter syndrome is probably the worst part of college. It's not even the work. It's just imposter syndrome.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially when you go into creative fields because it's like everybody around you is seemingly better than you, and it's just like,
yeah,
it do be like that.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, no, I just have a lot of deadlines. Like, I have 2 to 3 papers I need to write. One of them's due in 2 weeks. The other 2 are like a little bit later, which is nice. But one is in 2 weeks, which I'm literally just like trying to write 150 words a day until then, and I'm hoping that will be enough to get me through.
Oh, that's very thoughtful. Like to be able to schedule. I've been trying to do like habit tracking recently, and it's honestly been going pretty well.
Oh, that's
except
good.
times where I just blow it completely off, which is sometimes, and that's okay. But for the most part, I follow it.
I do great, and except for the days when I don't do great, I do too.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, like, what else? I'm making a web for my capstone class. They require you to make a website, and that's due on Monday, and I need to work on that. I have a rough demo reel I have on there. I have some screenshots from some videos I've produced. I just need to figure out how to make it look good. I'm using Wix, so that's just a learning curve in general. It's not that hard, but like I'm just afraid
making websites is hard.
Yeah,
it's like hard. Like I remember when we were starting like the podcast process, and we were originally gonna make a blog instead of a podcast. I was like setting up the website and everything, and it was very difficult. Like, it wasn't just like easy, you know?
Yeah, it's tricky. So I'm just trying to, especially it needs to look professional. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get a job. So I'm hoping I don't know. I'm gonna try and find I'll get feedback on it regardless, so it'll be fine after. But I'm nervous about that. I just hope it's good. I have lots of videos I need to finish editing. And Spanish is a lot, but yeah, also just a bunch of videos because I don't know if I mentioned this last time we recorded or whatever, but the student television club I'm a part of, we're doing our first like little ad campaign, and that's really fun.
Oh, cool.
But it involves me editing. I have a couple people helping me with the edits, honestly, but it involves me doing a lot of editing, like basically little montages of all our shows, and then specific montages for specific shows that have similarities. Like we have like specific ads for like our fiction shows, and then one for like more of our like one that's for like we got a passion one that's basically our like cooking shows and our music video show, that kind of thing. We have a video game show, it's kind of in that category. Cool, and then the other category is like basically like student life, like all of our shows that revolve around student life. So it's been really fun. It's definitely a bit crazy but right now, but we're almost done with it. Like basically we have to launch the campaign at the end of this month. So we're almost there, so that's good. After that I'll be able to breeze a little bit more, but little crazy, but I am having a lot of fun with that, and I am working with a lot of my friends that are great to work with, and I'm having a fun time.
Good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's all. Oh, I remember. Do you want to talk about the stimulus check? Because we both got our stimulus check today. I'm very excited. I may or may not have. Oh God, I can't admit this because then the Republicans are gonna come for me and tell me you don't deserve that stimulus check. But I absolutely got avocado toast for breakfast this morning. I don't know what to say. Are the
Julia,
Republicans gonna get mad at me?
When are you gonna buy a house? How are you gonna buy a house? How? That is so irresponsible of you.
Listen, I had a chiropractor appointment, and the little shop was right next door, and I was like, I'm starving. So I wanted avocado toast, okay? But I also saved a ton of it, so no one can come for me.
Honestly, I'm just glad you're eating avocados. Like, since when do you eat vegetables? Like, I'm very excited. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you. I ate something green today.
No, you know what? Maybe it is a fruit. I'm not actually sure.
I don't know. Honestly, let's just stick with the narrative that they're vegetables.
It's just a...
Oh my God, you know what's the worst, though? Like, obviously, I'm planning on saving a ton of it. I am, because I think the reason, obviously, the government is giving this to us because they want us to put it back into the economy. So I'm not going to save all of it. I'm going to use some of it for groceries, rent, whatever. I hope I'm not unleashing like a flood of like people judging me, but also it probably doesn't matter. But here's this thing though. I feel like I keep seeing memes similar to this that are like, bank account, $1,400, me at Target, I'll have one Red Ball, please. And it's like people making jokes about like spending it on extravagant, like really silly and expensive and stupid things. Right. But like one I saw was about tattoos. It was like it was, I don't know, something along the lines of like bank account $1,400, me at tattoo shop, I would like all of the tattoos or something like that. But it got me thinking, man, I think I want another tattoo. Should I get another tattoo? Well, I've been thinking about it. Here's the thing, I have 6 tattoos at the moment. And I've been trying to think about what I want. I'm really happy with all the ones I have. Don't have like a burning itch. I have a lot of ideas, but I don't have like a burning itch for one specific one. But I've been thinking, since I'm about to graduate film school, maybe I should get something like that. Like a very obvious one would be like, oh, maybe I should get like a little DSLR camera on my body. But I feel like that'd be too obvious, and I'm not really feeling it. But you know what I am feeling? What is a license plate in Back to the Future? What does it say?
Yes.
Out of time. I want to get the out of time license plate from Back to the Future to be like, hey guys, I officially graduated film school. This is a tattoo for my favorite film.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes, what?
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes, you can make a suggestion.
Can it...
Oh no,
can it be a tramp stamp?
No, I can't do it, Heather. I want it like on the back of my arm, above my elbow. That's where I want it.
Out of time. And
it's on how it's about like how successful women are always going to be seen as like, not doing good enough, and they all, stuff like, or not good enough, or they're going to always be critiqued no matter what they do, yada yada. But I also just relate to it. Like, I am a tremendously awkward person. I ruin every single social interaction I become involved in. So it just feels very mean. I like it a lot. Do you want to go back and forth with tattoo ideas, or do you want me to just...
I'll go. Say one. I kind of just have some sporadic ideas. Nothing like super particular. Yes, I want to do like the sunflowers, and then obviously the video game tramp stamp.
Yes.
There's this one other video game that I like that I could see myself getting a tattoo for, and it's totally gonna out me as one of those people. But I love Undertale, and I am not gonna apologize for it. I think that I was involved in, like, I guess not the weird part of the fandom. Okay, I don't come for me.
Oh man, there was a weird part, wasn't there? Oh no,
girl, there was a weird part. No, but I just really loved the story, and I'm obsessed with the music from Undertale. It is completely brilliant, and it makes me want to be a composer. That's how much I love the music from that game. It's just incredible. So I could see myself getting some, and also it just has a really good message, and the story is incredible, and I just love everything about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I could see myself getting something about that, but I don't know exactly what. But I was interested in that game in just a really hard time in our lives. So I just think that it reminds me of the thing that helped me get through that, you know? So anyway, that's one
awesome.
of mine. You go ahead with another.
Yeah, that does make me, I definitely relate to that. Like, sorry, it was a small tangent, but I absolutely relate to like being a fan of something that also happens to have a crazy fan base on the internet.
Yes.
The Hamilton fans are insane. They are ruthless. But I love Hamilton. I adore him. I have a Hamilton tattoo right now. But it's definitely crazy. It's definitely rough to be like, I swear I'm not one of those fans.
It's so frustrating.
Even admitting that I like Rick and Morty to any extent in a public setting is like, guys, I promise I'm not one of those. I don't like Szechuan sauce that much. Anyway.
Yes, absolutely. And we could have a whole conversation about like gatekeeping in terms of like nerd culture or things, it just in general. Like I could talk for about 300 years about gatekeeping in the gaming community. Like most of the time I'd much prefer to, like, if I'm playing in like an online space, I'd just rather pretend that I'm a guy. Like
that's why you need the video game tramp stamp, so you can.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, sorry, I'll go next. This next one is like, I love poetry so much. I need a quote from a poem on my body for the rest of my life, because that's the thing too. I really like to vary up my tattoos, so it's like not just song lyrics, or it's not just, I don't know, flowers, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So there's this one quote from a Savannah Brown book. I love her so much. There's a book from her, or there's a quote from her most recent poetry collection called Sweet Dark, and it's, I don't know what it is about this. It's not even that I almost connect to it. It's just so abstract, but also just so pretty. It's at the brink of being's quiet crystalline stream.
Oh, I like
it's
that.
Just so pretty. It's just so pretty when you say it with your mouth. It's just beautiful, and I really love it. I literally had a list of quote ideas from that book that I wanted to do, but like, I think I'm going to settle on this one. It's just very pretty, and I just like it a lot.
Speaking of poeticness, and also Hamilton, my boyfriend and I watched Hamilton last night. It was the first time he had watched it. It was the second time that I had watched it all the way through. And I just want to mention that he very specifically liked that one part where Eliza is pissed at the man for cheating on her. Girl.
Like,
yes,
burn, oh man. That's a good song.
I really like the line where she's saying like, you built me palaces out of paragraphs, you built cathedrals, and yes,
it's a beautiful song. The lyrics in that are beautiful. Yeah. No, that sounds great. It's in my like not, because I have a playlist for like music I like to listen to while I'm writing my novel, which I haven't written in a while because semester's busy, but don't judge me. But no, that song is absolutely in that, because it's just so like, man, she cheated on her, and it's just so much motion, and she's so sad, and everything's on fire.
Everything's on fire.
Yeah, that's great. Sorry, do you want to do your next tattoo idea?
Sure. I mean, I don't have that many more. I think that I would like to, I think a lot of mine are kind of music based. I would either, I only have a couple more. I'll just quickly go through them. I think I would like to get some sort of autumn tattoo, because I'm obsessed with autumn, like a fall, like a maple leaf or something like that. If you know me, you know I'm obsessed with golden retrievers and orange and autumn, and that's literally my whole personality. And then honestly, I'm kind of going back and forth on it, but I like the idea of getting a tattoo for How to Train Your Dragon, because that's my favorite movie, and I'm obsessed with the score of it. We did a podcast episode that got scrapped where I talked about the score to How to Train Your Dragon for at least 20 minutes. So like, I also love that. We're kind of
Yeah.
on a tangent about tattoos, but yeah,
You know what? I will do rapid fire the rest of them, and I won't talk too much about them. But anyway, so I want a. This is one I might get. This is the only one I'm thinking that. Oh no, I already talked about the out of time license plate. What am I talking about? I already talked about that one. I would like on my chest. I would love the words "happy now" because that's from a pentatonic song that I adore. It's so freaking good, and I just think it would make a really nice chest tattoo. Just a really simple font. This one's a new idea. Well, not new. I've been wanting. Tuck Everlasting is my favorite book. At least one of my favorite books. Yeah. And I've been wrapping my brain for years about what like quote from that book to get, and I can't think of a good quote. Honestly, I just can't think of one. But like a really basic one is like, which again, if you have this, I'm not judging you, but it just doesn't mean I want. But like one of the basic ones is like, you don't have to live forever, you just have to live, which is really sweet. But the problem is, it's in the movie, it's not in the book. So like,
fair.
It bugs me. It's a beautiful quote. It's just not from the book. I've read it like 10 times. I'm aware of this.
If you're gonna get something like that, you might as well get what is it? Hang on, what's the quote? It's dying is easy, young man. Living is harder.
Oh yeah, nice. I love that. That's funny.
I love that quote too.
That's
also
really
from
funny.
Hamilton.
Yeah, it is from Hamilton. That's really funny. Anyway, sorry, long tangent, but long story short, I finally settled on a Tuck Everlasting tattoo, which isn't a quote, but it's a symbol or like a motif from the book that comes up a lot, which is a Ferris wheel. I want a little Ferris wheel on my body. I don't know where, honestly, but I think it's perfect because like that's a really big motif about like, you know, the Ferris wheel representing life, and then like the top of the Ferris wheel representing August. And I think I cracked the code. Anyway, sorry, let me rapid fire through the rest of them. I want the word ease on my wrist because I like, it's from a Troye Sivan song that I really like. I just love that song a lot. Let's see, what else? Ooh, do you remember Arrival? The movie Arrival?
Yes.
You know those little ink, you know the language that the aliens have that's like a circular ink blot, basically?
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, I want one of those.
That movie has like a crazy cult following.
Does it actually?
I just feel like that movie was not like the most like box office hit, you know, but it was
like
good.
I
don't know.
Yeah. No, I guess so. I love it. I love that movie so much. It's one of my favorite sci-fis that has ever come out. That has come out in the last 10 years. I truly, truly love it. It really struck a chord with me. But anyway, I want one of those symbols from the movie. I don't know what I don't know, maybe like the alien language symbol for like life or love or time. I'm not sure which one, but something simple like that. Like I would go back and like.
It was a really good movie, honestly.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. Love that plot twist. We love a spicy plot twist. And I think, okay, I have one more that I want to talk about, but like I would love to get an illustration of like, you know, a face with like a mask over it because autism. No, like I think it would be a cool tattoo to represent masking and like unmasking and all of that. If you watched last week's episode, you probably, you know, I talked a lot about masking and what it means in, you know, to be autistic and to mask a lot. So I just think that'd be cool. The only reason, like, I've wanted an autism tattoo for a long time, but like obviously the first one I thought of was a puzzle piece, and then I realized, oh wait, the puzzle piece symbol is very controversial, especially because it's associated with Autism Speaks, which is garbage. But yeah, now I feel like that'd be a much cooler, you know, a much cooler tattoo idea that is about autism that does not involve a tattoo, or sorry, does not involve a puzzle piece. Anyway, that's it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for going on for super long. You can proceed to talk about your month.
Yeah. So. I everything's fine, right? But, you know, so I have been quarantined twice this month.
Yeah.
My first quarantine started at the end of February and lasted through the first week of March.
Right.
So I wasn't able to go to any of my classes. I don't have a lot of in-person classes, but like the ones I do, it's very important that I'm there in person, you know? Mm-hmm. And then because I got exposed to COVID, quote unquote exposed to COVID through a family friend, because we had gone to a dinner for my boyfriend's mom's birthday, and it was a thing, you know, that's how it is. And assuming that, you know, it would be fine, you know how it like sometimes you just can't help it, and you just get exposed. But so she tested positive for COVID, but then it ended up coming back as a false positive. So we were okay. Like we obviously didn't have COVID, but we still had to be in quarantine per my school because they're like, we don't even want to risk it. Like you still can't come to campus. You still can't do anything.
Right.
Come this week, last Friday, today's Wednesday, so last Friday, my boyfriend and I went with him. He bought his first car this past weekend, which is really exciting. And the person that he bought the car from was also kind of like a family friend, just tested positive for COVID. So we have gotten actually exposed this time for the second time this month. We're in pretty strict quarantine. I can't go to the grocery store. I can't go to school. I'm just trying to stay home. So that's exciting. I'm not, and they're absolute, like, that person is absolutely like 100% positive. Because we were doing like a transaction, you know, we were with that person for many hours.
Yeah.
My boyfriend at some points didn't have a mask on. I had a mask on the whole time, but the other person didn't have a mask on for a part of the time because it was just us. Like, it wasn't in a public space most of the time. So you know, and it's nobody's fault. Like, it's fine, but it's very likely that we might have COVID, which a lot of people have had it at this point. I'm not like super worried.
I am, because I don't want you to die.
I'm more so worried, yes, and because, you know, I have asthma, and that's difficult, and my boyfriend also has a lot of different health issues. So we're just kind of like, I think it's fine. You know, I don't want to like be like, oh, we have COVID. It's fine. And both of us have tested negative at this point with antigen tests, which if you've ever done that, you know that the antigen test is like a rapid test. You get the result in 20 minutes and the result might not be accurate. You have to get like a PCR and wait for the result if you want it to be the most accurate. And also you have to wait a certain amount of days after exposure and things like that. So we're kind of in that limbo period of like, it's possible that we have COVID, but it's also possible that we don't. It's just kind of like that weird spot. But as of right now, we're fine and everything. It's mostly frustrating because I feel bad because we live with his parents and I don't want to get them sick because that would be a total disaster, and I just don't want to have to deal with it. But yeah, you know, we're getting by. It's fine. As of right now, everything is fine.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Welcome. Everything is fine.
Welcome. Everything is fine. Everything's gonna be okay.
But yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Another thing I could talk about.
What would you like to talk about?
I had a scope appointment, I think last week Friday as well, which was exciting. So basically what that means is, I think I mentioned it on the podcast before, but I do have some issues with my voice. I have muscle tension dysphonia, which just causes a lot of pain when I'm super stressed out. The muscles in my neck and my vocal cords will tense up an abnormal amount and cause issues with my vocal cords, and I can't speak, I can't sing correctly, I have a lot of pain, that kind of thing. So I went back to my ear, nose, and throat doctor to get like a scope done, just to make sure everything's working properly. I just want to vent a little bit about how terrible scopes are. It's basically a thing where they stick this strobe camera all the way down the back of your throat, and you have to and they have to like take video of your this is kind of graphic, but they have to take video of your vocal cords. It is very uncomfortable because they have to like, how it works is like the SLP will like grab some gauze and like grab your tongue and then pull your tongue out and then like stick the camera in, so it helps with like gag reflex and whatnot. But I have a terrible gag reflex. It was terrible. But on like the good side of it is my voice is at the majority of the way it's functioning. Like it's functioning quite well. I do have issues where like if I get super stressed out, I will have some dysphonia issues, but for the most part I've made almost a full recovery from all of those issues, which is really exciting.
I know you're about to have COVID. No, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
right. Could you imagine?
Not fun.
No,
I'm sorry. That's good though.
No, it's fine, honestly. I think the worst part of it, honestly, is just like the fear of getting other people sick. I'm less worried about myself. Like I'm worried about, because I went to school on Monday, the day I found out, because I didn't know that I had been exposed. I went to 2 classes before I found out that I was exposed. So, you know, the school has to do contact tracing, and if I test positive, then all of those people around me have to go into quarantine, which is a huge inconvenience, and I don't want to be an inconvenience, that kind of thing. I'm honestly not as much worried about myself.
You're quarantining. You know, now you're quarantining right now. You're not going out, getting groceries. You're not doing you're doing what you're supposed to do, and that's all you can do.
Yeah, totally. Another thing that we can get into, Well, I kind of had a pseudo spring break this week, as many colleges around the country will know. A lot of colleges are opting to have like a really, really tiny spring break instead of a full long week. So it prevents people from traveling so they can go get COVID and whatever. Mm-hmm. So my school had 2 days off in the middle of the weeks. It was annoying because they didn't even give us the full weekend. They were like, okay, you can have the weekend, and then Monday you have to come to all your classes, but then Tuesday and Wednesday you can have off. Weird. And in that time, I have been delving into a hobby again, which is ironically video games. Not the same one that I would have gotten a tramp stamp for. Not the same one, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
If you game, I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley, which has been fun. I really enjoy that game. It's just like a cute little farming game.
My boyfriend keeps bullying me because he wants me to play it so bad, and it's like, listen, next time we go into a quarantine and I have time to, then I will. But I'm about to be a college graduate. I need to find a job.
Well, once you find a job, I don't think it's a really fun game. It's cute.
Yeah.
And we could all play co-op together. How fun would that be?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's sad we can't do that with Animal Crossing just because you don't have DS or whatever it requires, unfortunately.
The Switch, yeah.
Yeah.
And we've also, my boyfriend and I have gotten back into playing Elder Scrolls Online. Don't come for me. I know it's super, super dorky and lame, but we are having a blast with it.
That's great.
Do you know what ESO is?
No.
It's like, I don't know. It's like a fantasy game, and it's like you make a little character, and then you go around and you can either learn magic or you can learn how to be like a healer. It's kind of like, it's basically D&D but a video game, kind of thing.
Nice.
So it's really fun. It's like an online game, so you play with like hundreds of other people at the same time, and they're like, you can make friends online, and it's just like a cool little thing.
That's great.
But yeah, we've been enjoying that. I'm a level 19. Noah's like a level 21. It's pretty sick. We're just vibing. We're chilling. It's great. Yeah, but that's kind of what I've been up to recently. Quarantine, and then voice and respiratory things.
Yeah, basically. You know? Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's about
hope you get better and you don't die horribly. I was having irrational anxiety about how they're dying from COVID, which maybe I shouldn't make that joke. That's a terrible joke, isn't it? I shouldn't.
No, it's fine. No, I mean, but the thing is I've actually been exposed about 13 million times, it feels like, at this point, because me, my boyfriend, and then his parents, his parents were of the first in our area to get exposed, and they actually might have had it. Their test came back negative, but you know how it is with the tests were brand new, right? You know, they were very, very, very ill right around the time that that they had been exposed. My boyfriend and I never caught it from them. So it's kind of like that weird period where it's like, we might have actually already had it and not 100% sure. But, and I've also been exposed a bunch of times. My boyfriend's been exposed even more times than I have. And, you know, it would suck if we actually got COVID literally right before we are able to get vaccinated. But I think we'll be fine. I'm not concerned about us having, like, dying, you know, like if we were to get it, we're both young and we're going to take it seriously. Right. But I'm not super concerned about it. I'm more so concerned about other people.
Absolutely.
So I'm trying
Speaking
to be
of vaccines, everyone get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. That's what I meant to say.
Get to vaccine.
Get the vaccine.
I think it's very character.
Get a vaccine as soon as you can, please. Do it. All adults will be available to get it on May 1st, I think is what the president said. So,
something like that.
Do it. Even if you have already had COVID.
I don't know. It's funny that we have to specify that. Let's just table it. But get the vaccine.
Get that vaccine.
I mean, if you don't, you know, herd immunity will hopefully, knock on wood, protect you, right? And that's, you know, that's okay. It's a personal choice, but
you should get it. That's what.
No, and honestly,
others being nicer about it, but I'm like, get the vaccine, everyone.
I am being nicer about it, and you are, but you are not wrong, you know.
Yeah.
Just do what is safe for you and everybody else, I guess. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think we're about done. My final thought is Billie Eilish's hair. Thank you, everybody, for joining.
What? Wait, what? Hey, hang on. Wait, what? I literally knocked my mic because I was so confused. What's wrong with Billie Eilish's hair?
Go on her Instagram right now.
Oh my god. Hang on. My phone's about to die, but hopefully I can get there. It's dead. No, it's not dead. Yay. Okay. What'd she do to her hair? I know she had that, like,
just do it.
Black, but, like, the neon green roots for a while.
Just look it up.
Billie Eilish. Ooh, is she blonde? Hang on. Oh, she's just blonde. Oh, look at her. She looks so cool.
She is the cutest. I absolutely adore her.
Oh,
she's
so
a lovely
neat.
lady.
Love her.
Anyway, no, because I saw that right before.
Was it blonde for the Grammys? By the way, the Grammys just
so.
happened. Oh, okay. That's
I don't think it was.
super duper fun. That's super duper fun.
But yeah, she gives me like what kind of vibes does that give me? I know I'm not like really like a celebrity gossip kind of person. I don't know what you think about those things.
Are you about to start a rumor about Billie Eilish's hair? You fiend.
No, I love it. It's really cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
By the way, let's talk about Prince Harry and Meghan. No.
Oh no,
we're not going to do that.
Yeah,
I know nothing about that, and we are not going to do that. Anyway,
yeah, that's fair.
Thank you for listening. I think that's about
listening.
all we got.
Yeah, a little short episode this week compared to last week. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I
hope any of you got anything out of that. But no, that was a really fun one to do, and I hope you guys like this one too.
Yeah. All right. Thanks,
okay,
everybody.
Bye.